And on that note, hello everybody, and welcome to Adventures in Gran Insulae. Michael, hit us with the theme music.
That's copyrighted.
Just like Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, tie-in.
Really quick before we start, if you haven't heard, Dungeons and Dragons Open Gaming License is potentially about to change, which means a lot of good people, a lot of good content creators will have themselves screwed over. Subscribe to Tulok the Barbarian if you haven't already, because he is about to release a huge video discussing the new OGL and going through it in depth as someone who will be affected by it, because he has a Patreon and his living is off of this game that we play. And this would ostensibly mess with his income, the income of his editor. Long story short, they should not be charging creators off of the gross income instead of the net income. And also, the future of TTRPGs is open license. It's not... Don't trying to copyright D&D to this extent is like trying to copyright the Stanislavski method of acting.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. They have a potential MCU on their hands with these movies. If they go through with the proposed OGL changes and screw over a lot of these creators, I will not be seeing the D&D movie, and I recommend that other folks follow suit.
Yeah, I definitely won't see it. Yeah. Or I'll just pirate the shit out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I would never pirate a movie.
I would never give them money.
I would definitely pirate it.
They'd never fucking find me. What are they gonna do?
Oh, that's true. You're off the grid.
Yeah.
I'm off the fucking... That's not true.
Nobody knows that Michael lives in Boston.
Shut the fuck up.
This guy just
and Michael works at... Just kidding. I don't know where...
Michael's address is... We should just do a whole session as Animal Crossing characters.
That
would
be
almost fucking killed myself.
Great for about 4 minutes.
That is how Foxy Grandpa will talk when I do Foxy Grandpa.
That's a good Animal Crossing name.
Hello.
Amazing.
Welcome to my home.
So that being said, we are going to continue with the stream. We're going to finish at least this campaign. Hopefully things continue and we can do more adventures in D&D. Otherwise, there's a bunch of awesome systems that we can try out where martial characters have more options than just hitting things. You know, there's other cool TTRPGs out there. Some of them already have built off of D&D and have fixed a lot of things going on with it. I just love how universal 5e is, but I will ditch it if my friends keep getting screwed over. So, soapbox over. It's in the top. You can read it. OGL is awful. It explains it all. Welcome to Adventures in Gran Insulae, our Schmunzingen Schmaggins 5e game, inspired by the likes of Treasure Planet, One Piece, and... I mean, even Eberron is Wizards of the Coast, isn't it?
Is it actually?
It's one of their settings. Yeah, it's
I could use Eberron and Aragon for 30 weeks, I just realized.
Oh, incredible. This was not inspired by Aragon, as far as you know.
I hate that book series.
Could not get through it. Bought it once, and then instead opted to read the entire Warrior series instead, and I'm better for it.
Good call. The last 50 pages of Brissinger were hype. Everything else was not great. Because I love a multi-chapter long fight scene. I love a multi-episode long fight scene. The end of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. The whole season is
so good.
It's one day, and it's a whole season, and it's just a long fight scene. That's incredible. And the amount of planning you have to do to make that work. Anyway, my name is Julian, Julie, or JuliCiel. I'm running this game. Addie, who are you playing today?
Hello. I am playing the wonderful, the beautiful, the bombastic, and then also sometimes not bombastic, sometimes very sad and down, very down. Elanor Uirchanar, depends on what season she's in. Sometimes she's summer, sometimes she's winter. Why? We don't know. Quotes around that. And happy 2023. It's been a while since we've been here, and we are, at least, actually, I won't speak for everyone. I am so pumped to be back. So pumped. You can follow me on socials at Addie Bree or TikTok at Addie Bayhaze, because my ex did that and I just never changed it. All right. Matthew, what's going on in your world in this 2023 world?
What up, y'all? It's your friendly neighborhood photographer here, Matthew Eberle. And on today's episode, we're gonna, do some stuff because that's what we do. We're gonna do lots of stuff. Maybe flirt with some Sylvia's family, but hey, we'll find out when we get there. Anyway,
interesting.
Hey, that's more for Hedson, but hey, anyways, yeah.
What are you saying?
You can check me out. I'm on Instagram, or you can check out my website, Matthew Eberle Photography. I do weddings. I do headshots. It's my thing. That's my spiel. Go look. You can see my work for yourself. It's awesome. But in much more exciting news, other than like boring pictures, our good friend Malik just released 2 new hype songs.
This guy's doing plugs at the beginning of the episode, but it's true. I did in fact. But before I tell you about that, I am playing. Who am I playing? No, I forgot who I'm playing.
Oh yeah,
I'm playing Foxy Grandpa. No, I'm playing Sylvia Etherhorn, who just when we were last playing, found a big old sword and is gonna try to figure out how to wield said big old sword to save the big old world.
Oh yeah, I'm playing an elf named Diya.
That's true. You are doing that. The actual Foxy Grandpa of the group. That's not. You're not a grandpa. You're Foxy, but
try.
Used to be grandpa.
He's never been. Oh, true. You did. He used to be a grandpa. See it. See, it was like all a part of the plan, Michael. See, go ahead. Floor is yours, buddy.
Oh, I'm Michael. You might recognize me from the show you're watching right now. I play Heads and Heels. He is a.
You good?
Huh?
Never mind.
What did I do?
Just like started sticking your tongue out, like right when the field. You're like,
my Twitch isn't working. I'm sorry.
You just gave the most disgusted look when I started talking. I was like, oh my god. You were like, I play monk with a king living inside his head. He's got a lot going on. His girlfriend's in a coma, and he used to be an old man for half the series.
Your girlfriend is.
And let's go right back to Julian.
Thank you,
Julian. Who are you playing today?
Everyone else.
I'm all the bad guys.
So it seems. All right. So that being said, yeah, let's go ahead and dive into this thing, because a lot happened last time. We'll do a quick, brief little recap. So, earth, water, fire, air. I don't know.
You son of a bitch.
And that's not
and
even.
And then the Fire Nation attacked.
And then the Fire Nation attacked in space. My brain is fried. But you know what I do remember? A lot of cool shit happened last time. Y'all made it to Uncharted Island 74. You met our beautiful 5th party member for the session, Hush, played by beloved friend of the channel, beloved friend to all of us, Timmy Slimmy, the guardian of the World Shaper sword, who helped guide Sylvia and everyone else to it. There were some emotional moments, some revelations in regards to Sylvia's grandmother, Beatrice, as that was happening as well, about the responsibilities that she was afraid to take on, about how she did not want to saddle Sylvia with those responsibilities, given the pressure that her grandfather, as far as Sylvia knows, his name is just V Etherhorn, put on her. But the sword was gotten. Along the way, you all defeated a white dragon, which was a pretty hype battle for a 5-person level 7 party.
Pretty sick.
And all of you together were able to channel the power of the World Shaper, even in its awkwardly large greatsword form, to attack a facsimile of Pandora Nephrite, the weapon that it is basically created to defeat. Because as she is the Earth, it is going to shape her. So, that being said, you all left Hush behind. You all move on, and it's time to board the ship. So, all 4 of you see the ship ramp come down, and this music is a little spooky. I'll change it to something else in a sec.
Spooky.
The ship ramp comes down, and you see, waiting at the top, Doc and Moonchaser, the uncle to Diya. Blonde hair, blonde mustache, half-pointed ears, long black coat with the insignia of a moon on the back. Dakin, by the way, spelled D-A-K-N, a word for darkness, as Diya is a word for light. That's a me and Matt thing for you. Dakin says,
Lord.
well, it looks like all of you have succeeded in your adventure. I have no idea how you're supposed to hold a sword of that size, but Sylvia, let's go ahead and get you all rested. Let's get you all patched up. It looks like some of you took some hits.
Yeah, to say the least, I think.
All right, so you all getting on the ship?
Yes. As long as like Granny is getting she's not like holding back or anything.
No.
Okay, so right, she was going. Yes, we know what she went to do. We're good. Yeah, I get on the ship. Yes.
So the party forms up. Sylvia, Hedson, Diya, and Elanor board the ship. And here you all are. Sylvia, you and your grandmother reunite, having finished her business. And she says, Sylvia, it's not easy for me either, but it is probably easiest for us to work on both how to use the sword and also how to tap into your innate abilities back home in Planetside. So, your sister, your folks, assuming they're all home, that is, we might both be having a reunion that we weren't exactly ready for.
I have no idea what I'm going to say to any of them, let alone if they're going to want me to say anything to them. I know if for nothing else, I think maybe Da will be okay. He's always not really given a shit, but I don't know. I think Mum and probably Gwendolyn will not be too excited to see me after all this time.
Well, Gwendolyn's easy. If she ever starts being annoying, I just tell her to straighten her back, and then she yells at me, and then she walks away.
Fuck's sake. Well, I suppose we might as well go and say hello to them before we go into fucking space, so it was probably inevitable.
We cut over to Hedson. Hedson, what do you think you're doing back on the ship? You got some wounds. You hanging out with the rest of the party? What's the vibe?
I'm probably just like knowing that it's like my last couple of days on Earth. I'm probably just like hanging out in my room, like tending to my wounds and like not meditating in the way that most people do because there's someone else in my head, but like doing the best job of silent meditation I can when there's someone inside my brain.
So you take some deep breaths, try to empty your mind. Seems to be working fun. Okay. Zeno seems to be quiet right now.
This is so rare. It's nice. Quiet.
And right as you start to hit that zen, there's a knock on your door.
The fuck? What?
Hedson, are you there?
Oh, yeah, come in.
What, did you think I was knocking inside your head?
No. Why would I think that? Come on in.
Hedson, I was thinking, kind of the precursor to your higher endeavor coming out here, aside from your curse. I remember you saying your fiance or girlfriend was in a coma. Seeing as how we may be leaving the planet soon, since we've all increased our abilities a bit, did you want to potentially check on her before we leave?
This is gonna be rough to say out loud. but no. I thought long and hard about this actually, and for a long time, I was kind of fed up with being like part of something so much bigger than myself, because my entire life was being like a really small fish in a really small pond. So small. But I've come seeing what happened with Sylvia and what's happened to all of you. I'm okay with focusing on the bigger picture of things. And if I can't save everyone else, I can't save her. So I want to emphasize this, because if I get distracted for even a second and lose the sight of anything, I feel like it'll all be for nothing.
Okay. I mean, I didn't know with everything that happened that maybe the curse on her got lifted and maybe she's okay now, and that might give you some peace of mind to move forward.
There's another person in my head. There's no peace of mind ever. That's gone.
That's a valid argument.
I'll have more metaphorical peace of mind knowing that I kept everyone else safe. I can't go to her without knowing that I helped out the rest of you.
Okay. We're here for you, so you let us know what you need.
No, I know. This is the thing that I want to do with myself. Even though there is no myself anymore. There's always two of me, Diya. Always.
And Hedson, as you're saying this, you're kind of expecting Zeno to chime in, being like, yes, I will never leave you, or something like that. You actually don't hear anything right now.
I said always with somebody. What the fuck is happening?
I know that you just said it. I heard.
Are you asleep? Hey, are you asleep?
Elanor, let's cut to you. What are you doing in this moment?
Elanor is out on the deck of the ship. I'm supposing there's some big wall, and she is painting again. She's painting kind of like a before and after mural, a mural when she first met everyone, and Diya didn't dye his hair black and didn't lose his arm, and Hedson when he was a foxy grandpa. Who looks the same, but in the after mural we've got Diya with a little bit of the black hair is kind of there still, but his hair's growing in, I'm guessing. Hedson's
the roots are definitely coming back. It looks terrible.
Look, he's missing his arm. And
the whole arm?
Well, no, okay, not the whole arm. Sorry, just the hand. The hand. No, actually, Elanor does not include a whole arm. She just one arm for Diya. Hedson's now, a handsome man, but then you also see a little stick figure on the top of his head. Sylvia's got this big sword, and if okay with Diya, little Ferret is helping out. Ferret's doing some paw prints all over, and you just hear Elanor being like, "Oh, such a great job! So just let out anything that's going on in your mind. Oh, I love the splatter." So, if anyone wants to come join, they're more than welcome to.
I need someone out there needs to make this fan art.
Oh, absolutely. Elanor, it is a gorgeous painting. Your attention to detail, and also you are an emotional person, and your emotions come out in explosive ways. That is just the nature of your magic and how it manifests from your emotions as a sorcerer. It translates very well to a painting style. All the emotions, all the attachment you feel to your friends, if you look closely, it's all there in the little details, the little facial expressions. How you feel about everyone is clear as day to anyone looking for it. Elanor, make a wisdom saving throw for me real quick.
Oh, God.
What the fuck?
Oh, man, I wish I was in winter form.
The dragon lands.
Please, no.
Can't, it fell. We've got
Hedson forgot his wallet.
a sweet 18.
18. So, Elanor, you are very quickly able to detect that, wait a second, there's like something in like the tip of your tongue and like the front of your brain, and you feel like it's trying to manifest. Will you allow it?
Yes, I do.
Elanor, you kind of like concentrate. You're kind of like, all right, what is this? Where is it going? And then you hear, "Hello, Elanor Uirchanar. I have finally found you. It is I,
What?
King Zeno of Dalavar."
What the fuck?
Yes,
Oh,
it is I. No, it's me. Remember, I was the king, and then I was inside of your friend.
No.
Not like that.
What the fuck?
Go.
No, hold on. Wait. Wait. I'm here to ask you a favor.
What kind of favor?
See, look, your friend Hedrover is often very hard on himself about what he really wants, so I thought I would decide what he wants for him. I've triangulated the location of his unconscious girlfriend, and I think if you give it to someone on the ship, we can probably bring her to him. Isn't that great?
I do. I love this whole idea. What a beautiful surprise. He's gonna love it. Oh my gosh, we have to get flowers. We should buy some chocolates as well. She's also picking up the ferret and like talking to the ferret, but not obviously not talking to the ferret. Oh,
And there's an adult man's voice coming out of that ferret.
so, where is she?
I found the coordinates. If we can give it to that man who keeps chain smoking, perhaps he will be able to do something about it.
Mr. Chainsmoker, I have a pit stop for us.
And Elanor skips off, and you all can mark off a long rest.
Long rest. How the fuck? What is going on? This motherfucker can.
Please tell me he's
Telepathy,
still in my
people.
brain.
That's
Please tell me.
terrifying. I'm so scared.
He's
I want
evolving.
to say, if he hasn't left, Elanor lets him stay in the brain.
Oh
What?
my
I want it
God.
back.
What the fucking honk?
Elanor, it's incredibly cramped in here. Not quite as roomy as Hedrover's.
Oh,
Well,
oh.
that is rude to say.
I mean it. It's like there's I don't know if you've seen the inside of your own head before, Elanor, but on one side there's like this big raging red wave of energy, and on the other side is this absolutely depressing, just cold, just constantly batting back and forth. Do you want me to do something about it, or should I not poke around in here?
That sounds very interesting. I mean, go on and explore if you want. Have an adventure. Just come
What
back and tell
the
me what the whole thing is about. I've never been inside my brain. I don't know what happens inside my brain, so I'd love to know.
Well, it's kind of complicated. It's not so much inside of your literal brain and more just like I am a part of your synapses, you know?
I understand what you're saying.
What happens if I pull this? Elanor, make a wisdom saving throw, please.
What's
the
going
fuck?
on? This is very wacky.
Oh god.
What,
Like you
the
guys
soul
didn't know
soul
which
fruit?
direction the show is going today. Shit got weird.
What the
What was
fuck?
that, Elanor? 10?
10.
Oh my god. You are walking down the hall and all of a sudden just this like burst of icy energy just comes out of you, instantly freezes over about like a 2-foot section of the wall on either side of you. Did anything happen when I did that?
It's ice all around me, but I'm also I will say, my dear sir, I'm in fire form, so that's very interesting.
Oh. Isn't this interesting?
What the fuck?
Is
That's a
going
lot of
on?
laughing, my dear sir. Why are you laughing like you're evil?
You have some very good jokes stored in here, Elanor. I just think they're very fun.
What's going on?
Genius? Yes, you can stay right in here. You can't tell, but I'm patting my head.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is that who you're most interested in? Very interesting.
Myself?
Yes, you love yourself, Elanor. Your self-love node is enormous.
Yes,
Node.
it's true. I do love myself.
And you can all mark off a long rest. We'll see what happens. with that
Another long
situation.
rest?
Another one, yes.
Well, I mean,
So
if you haven't
rested.
long rested already.
Oh, okay. I do always click it twice on impulse.
Fair. Beatrice Etherhorn directs the ship towards another island of the Feywild, a much, much bigger one. And this part of the Feywild is called Lyranthide, excuse me. It is the home of the Etherhorns. And as soon as the boat pulls up, you all wake up, you do your morning routine, maybe you get your coffee or something like that. And Beatrice Etherhorn is waiting for all of you and saying, all right, Elanor, this is going to be really different from the Feywild that you're used to. My family is a bit of what I like to say sellouts to the whole, you know, the Feywild is now on the mortal plane thing and people can just visit it whenever they want.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's not as, you know, dignified. So just something to be prepared for.
Excuse me. I know I'm the most dignified of the group, so don't worry, nothing will surprise me. Heads in, I see you rolling your eyes.
I was looking at a ceiling thing.
No, I saw it with my own... Fine. I'll be cool, don't worry. I'm gonna be awesome. They're gonna fall in love with me in 5 seconds.
I mean, I was planning on giving you all a big spiel about, you know, trying to not be yourselves because of how they are. But, you know, I thought better of it. I decided I might as well save my breath because I don't really think it's going to work. I think you're going to do whatever you want to do anyway. So I might as well just not try to, you know, change how you're going to act only for you to end up being a pain in my ass. I look directly at Hudson, and you know, just it's whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. So, there are a lot of bureaucratic cunts around here. Not my parents, to be specific. A lot of the other ones, but you know, I don't really have any idea what's gonna happen because this is gonna be the first time I've seen any of them in like at least. Fuck me, I don't know, like 5 or more years at this point.
It's been a bit longer for me, Sylvia. I feel like, it's not gonna be good for either of us.
Nope.
So, just to like confirm, making sure we're all on the same page here, is this purely a social call? Do we have an overall objective, or we just...
Sylvia and I need maybe a day to work on what she will be able to do with the World Shaper, with her domain abilities, and I guess the rest of you can just try to stay out of trouble. Just because the Fae are a little more nice presenting than they once were, doesn't mean they don't always want something from you. They're very transactional.
Although I would say also be careful, because bureaucratic or not, all you gotta do is take one wrong turn left and you might wind up in an orgy. And I know how you feel about those, Hudson, so be careful.
Oh no,
Hudson.
whatever will I do?
Hudson, you cannot get involved with every single one of our families.
I'm just saying parents love me.
I know! I know!
I think you have nothing to worry about. You know what? Eleanor, I have an idea. What if we can't be ourselves, we each be someone else? So I'll pretend to be Eleanor.
No, I said
Diya.
to be yourselves. Be
Oh,
yourselves.
that's even better. Your parents are gonna love me.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Hudson, at this moment you hear in your head, I will gladly be you for the day, Hedrover.
Oh, what the fuck? You're back.
I never left.
That's not. I don't believe that to be. You
I
fall
was
asleep?
sleeping.
I did not know that was possible to do inside my head. The world of my mind.
It's an enigma.
So smart.
The ramp goes down. Your companions on the ship see you off. Right as you're about to leave, Hector Briggs, former Vice Admiral of the Navy, cigar out of his mouth, walks over to you, Hudson, puts an arm on your shoulder and says, It's all gonna be all right. Before he walks
What?
away.
The fuck? Huh? Thanks, you too.
The ship goes off, going to presumably pick you up tomorrow. And the four of you plus Beatrice Etherhorn are now dropped off on a rocky cliff edge of this big island. And almost instantly, there is a flash of light, and a tiny fairy in a pink suit with pink hair appears in front of all of you and says, "Welcome to the Feywild! My name is Bubblegum. That'll be 10 gold each for entrance, please."
I don't like orgies. I don't want any.
10 gold?
10 gold
each?
for an orgy, my friend? No. That's
Okay.
the VIP package.
What the? Fine, 10 gold, and I give her 10 gold.
Headsin, no, Headsin, no.
What
no.
the?
Dear sweet little Bubblegum. Pat her on the head. Do you know, pointing at Sylvia, do you know who this is?
Oh, God.
Do you know? Do you recognize them at all?
I've gotta see. Here's the thing. I've got a condition, like a short-term memory, where people that I haven't seen in like 5 or so years, when they just ditch their whole society, they kind of have trouble getting back to me.
Oh my
so
god,
that'll
that's
be
horrible.
It's-
Elanor,
it's
give her
good
more
to
gold.
see you too, Bubblegum.
So that'll
good to
be
see
10
you.
gold to enter Miss.
Oh, you don't know who I am? No.
I'm talking to the satyr.
You know who they are. I can read through your sarcasm. It's not that good.
I just
Okay.
we're rich. I realize we haven't
have
like ever
no
spent
money.
gold.
Wait, you do?
I have 466
I have
gold.
no
How do you
money.
have no money?
I
Well,
spent it, I think.
I've never
on
gotten money.
what? Oh yeah, your tux or something. I don't know. I just give fucking bitchel gum 10 gold.
Whoa! Can't say that on air.
All right.
You said the F word earlier.
She jots it down. All right, Sylvia Etherhorn, you're good to go.
Oh, now you remember my name. Okay, great.
She looks to Diya.
Diya looks at Granny.
Granny shakes her head. Sylvia, you should have known not to. Bubblegum poofs away.
I just wanted her gone as soon as fucking possible.
I don't like her. I do
God.
not.
So,
Most of the
Hedson,
fairies,
you get to do
yeah,
an
aren't we?
orgy now.
No, I'm out of gold.
How are you broke? I actually
Wait.
don't understand that.
Oh,
what do you
so
spend
we're
your
just
money
gonna.
on?
Oh, what the?
Do
what
you
are we?
not
what are
remember?
the
Do
finance?
you not remember the trinkets he bought? The all of
Oh,
those
that's
necklaces?
right.
Yeah,
Our
they're
mortal enemy. You gave him all your fucking life savings on some
all those
stupid
trinkets
amulet.
that didn't work.
I give someone a trinket one fucking time. Now I'm the
4
bad
times.
guy.
You bought 4 by my
Who's
count.
counting
I'm pretty
besides
sure.
you?
Sylvia, before we meet your parents, do we need to get dressed up or
No,
do anything?
I just if you want to, I'm not going to stop you, but I don't think it's necessary. Just because they're nobles, I'm not going to say stick up their asses. They're fine. It's okay. You're not just listen. This place, all right. It fucking stinks to high heaven, but it's all right. You don't have to act hoity-toity. You don't have to be high class, which we all pretty much already are, except for you, Hedson. Not, you know, I'm not saying.
Well, Hedson
All
does
right, well,
have royalty in his
Dress
brain,
more
though.
like one, then. Get the tux fitted at this point. But listen, it's not necessary that you act a certain way, that you know, spend a bunch of money getting all fancy. You can if you want to, like I said, I don't care. But I'm, you know, I'm here to train, really, and maybe see my sister. I'm not interested in getting back in the fucking swing of things around here, so.
At this moment, there is a popping noise, and a male fairy in a gray suit with a fedora appears. Not feeling hoity-toity or high class enough, folks? I have just the right stuff for you. And there's just a bunch of poofs of magic around him. T-shirts, vests, slacks, long johns, whatever the hell else you might need to fit into this place. Right here, all yours for the price of 70 gold for the whole package.
Gee whiz!
No, Hedson, you don't have any money. You do
Oh
not
my
have
god, I
any
have
money.
no money.
I will say, dear
Ah.
sir, our dear sweet, beautiful friend Diya here, Diya, I love you so much. She puts her hand on your shoulder. Your roots with the black hair. It's not a good look. And we're about to save the world. So, maybe a hair dye? A little root touch-up?
He is suddenly very self-conscious, looks down at his like modeled together suit. Like it's an Iron Man suit, but it's like very cobbled together at this point. It's not pretty. He's got his black hair with blonde roots coming in, still bleach blonde eyebrows. Covered in like those bruises from the fight a couple days ago. You may have a point. Perhaps we kind sir, do you know where I can have a makeover?
Oh, I can do that right now for the low price of 80 gold.
Okay, well, first of all, you just said 70 gold for the whole ordeal. Now you're saying 80 gold for just the hair.
You can't prove that in court, Missy.
Perhaps you could direct us to your marketplace.
And Sylvia, you know that this is instantly a bad idea. A Fey marketplace is not a place where you want to be ending up.
I don't think that's a good idea, Diya. I'm just gonna say, I'm sure there's all kinds of amenities at the castle, so maybe we should just go there and not really fuck around with these.
All right. Well, Elanor, do you think you could help me with the makeover?
You just see Eleanor's eyes like almost on fire. Like the little flames appear instead of pupils. And she goes, "Me? Help you with the makeover in a castle? Let's do it! Excuse me, gray tiny man. We've got a job to do."
Great.
That'll be 30 gold.
Why, dude, I didn't take anything from you. I'm not gonna give you any money.
Oh, fine.
Eleanor, please, I'll spot you. Don't worry, I have 30 here. 30.
No, I fucking
Vincent,
blocked
you
the
don't have
hand.
to give him anything. He did nothing for us.
It's like a tip, right?
Hedson
You
doesn't
don't even
have any
tip him
gold.
for nothing.
Hedson, you don't have gold.
Out of character moment, I do it was in the wrong character sheet.
Incredible.
I'm loaded.
We're a king, Hedrover. Of course you have gold.
Xenos, will you help me do a makeover?
Of course. Hedrover, as we established previously, you took the street smarts and wisdom and understanding people and morality and whatever. I have all the charm.
Oh, you're so charming.
Morality and whatever.
Eleanor's already doing a makeover of me, so she could do a makeover for you. I can't imagine Xeno can actually do much in your head.
You just
Would
see
you?
Elanor having like a heart attack. She looks at Sylvia.
I'm in a disgusting child's tux that is now too small for me because my body changed. It's like has stains fucking all over it. I haven't shaved in God knows how long. And I'm like, you would do that
I
for me?
can't believe we are talking about this when we should be. I just started walking. I got 50 feet away before realizing none of you were following me. Let's do your stupid makeover and let's meet our stupid family.
Granny, I saw you were walking away. I didn't want to leave them to let them get taken over by the fucking vagabonds. I would have, fuck's sake. All right.
Well, Sylvia, we're all doing it, so why don't you get a makeover as well? Eleanor can just do one for all of us.
Okay, that you would imply that I need one when I look the best of all of us at all times, other than maybe Eleanor. I don't like. I'm talking about the three of us. The three of us before you've always been. You're the face. You're the face. Don't let Hedson say he's the face. You're the face.
Eleanor,
But I want to take care of this, and I also should probably go ahead with Granny and let them know that we're here, that we've brought you. You lot can go ahead and do your makeover. I'll catch up with you later.
Or she takes Sylvia and Mima's hands.
Not Mima.
Or
Why are you
it could
touching
be
me?
a team effort. We could all get a makeover, Mima. I know you'd love to be pampered.
Oh, God, Sylvia's turning beet red again.
Can I make an insight check to see if Grandma secretly wants to do the makeover, but's trying to keep up this exterior?
Truthfully, no insight check needed. She looks like she's been flashbanged. She's just so confused by Elanor.
Flashbanged.
She's like, why the
But she's in. All right, Elanor, let's begin.
why the fuck are you touching my hand?
Granny B, it'll be fun.
All right.
I'm gonna start. I slap fucking Hedson over the head. I'm gonna start taxing you every time you fucking use pet names for anybody in my family.
We're tight with it.
So, we're tight with it. The music starts.
Wow.
Fucking
montage.
We see the four of you getting ready, not just to meet Sylvia's family, but also ready to save the world. There's a little montage of you walking into a Fey town. Somebody tries offering Hedson a pomegranate before Beatrice Etherhorn punts the fairy into the sky.
I love her so much.
Just a lot of utter chaos, and ultimately it has found a way for you to clean you up. Beatrice Etherhorn accepts, and tell me how you all get ready, not just to meet this family, but also to accept your role as world-saving heroes. We can go one by one, whoever wants to.
I want Elanor to walk me through how we do my hair and what style it's in now.
Go for it.
So we all can go to the hair salon, and so I make sure to get Diya the nicest package. We do a deep detox scalp massage with the nicest shampoo with salts in it to make sure we get all the extra dye that he used on that hellish place out. And then they do a nice, wonderful conditioning mask, and you can even tell the hair is already getting so much better. But oh no, we're not done there. We have to get rid of this, just the atrocious black with the growing and blonde roots, Diya. They're awful. You can see the hairdresser just go, oh, and I'm like, yes, I know. And Elanor helps the hairdresser choose new colors.
Oh, what color's my hair gonna be?
It's you're going back to your more natural, but there's gonna be like some cool, like not like old person silver, but like like hard badass, like streaks in it, maybe with a little bit of blue, a little bit of, in there. But your hair somehow got longer too because it's magic. Why not? We're not doing a buzz cut for you. We're making sure your elven roots are coming
and
out.
As the hair is magically grown, Elanor, the barber fairy whispers to you, just under no circumstance is he allowed to put chocolate syrup on his new hair, or else really bad things will happen. All magic needs to have a cost.
Oh, okay. Well, after a little bit, she goes over to Diya and goes, Diya, we're not having chocolate for a couple of days? Looking at the hairdresser. Weeks? Days?
48 hours.
Oh, just a couple of days. No chocolate. If you see it, we're running away. Okay, Diya? I'm going to grab your hand and we're running away.
But what about my cup of hush?
No, I'm sorry. We cannot risk it. We cannot risk it. You don't understand. We have to stay away from the cup of hush. Even though I do miss hush.
I miss hush too. All right, fine. No chocolate for 48 hours. What are we gonna do for Hedson?
Oh, Hedson. Look at this rat's nest of a face and a scalp.
Where was this for the last 6 months?
Elanor, you see Elanor grab like a pairs of scissors in her hand. She goes, Hedson, sit down. We have to fix all of this.
I didn't know there was so much to be fixed till now.
When was the last time you brushed your hair?
Never.
At this moment, Hedrover, you hear in your head, Hedrover, if she does anything too drastic, I have just the right angle to karate chop her. A few seconds later, Elanor, you hear in your head, having not heard what's happened in Hedrover's head, Elanor, don't worry, I was just kidding.
What?
What do you mean you were just kidding?
You don't hear anything else, Elanor.
No, you can't just come into my head and then leave.
Elanor, I am not going to karate chop you.
Wait, who's going into your head,
Karate
Elanor?
chopping me. You're karate chopping me?
I would never. I'm saying I won't.
Good. Are you joking right now?
Why would I joke about this?
I don't know. I was told maybe it's a... What? Oh!
We are the king,
like a
Hedrover.
Like a little bit off the top would be great.
No, you are not having a mullet. You are not having a mullet. We're not having anyone in our group have a mullet.
Be silly. I wanted a pompadour.
Oh no.
God.
Like all the cool heroes.
I want
Thinking back to Henson's manifestation, the only cool people he knows are like the outsiders.
Dora, Hedrover.
What?
That was a... You haven't seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I can't fucking deal with
me watch
this.
TV.
Can't. The meta.
If possible though, I want to give Hedson like a very like beautiful like almost like mermaid hair, like it's beautiful wavy, dark, kind of like what your beard is now too, just like nice and shaved down. And like when I finish, it's kind of like, you know, I put some curl stuff in it.
Some bounce into it.
Yeah, and it's just got some nice beautiful waves. And
I look like Fabio.
Yeah, you're like Fabio. From your scraggly, unbrushed hair, you just have the most shining, wavy hair this time. Now, see, Hedson, are you gonna karate chop me now?
I think she's onto something, Hedrover.
This is kind of like a... Wait a minute. Maybe it is an orgy angle. Hold on. Look at me.
What the fuck?
This is just like the Princess Diaries.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Headcanon, Xeno is now a multiverse traveler in his spirit state.
Hedson has not read any media that was not medicinal textbooks for years.
Amazing.
Elanor, I look great. Thank you.
I can't believe we haven't done this sooner.
Yeah, I look better than great. I'm hot as fuck.
Sylvia, you're just standing in the corner with your arms crossed. You sure you don't want... I mean, I'm sure Elanor could do something.
She's got both in her hands, staring at you. Just
That was a druid crafted scarecrow that you saw. I'm actually on the other side of the room, and you see that Sylvia's actually getting her nails done, her hooves buffed, and I guess buffed and shine is the same thing. And actually, you can't really tell because it's like underneath the thing and is getting washed. But then after some like magical effects, you see that her locks are now instead of the like silver that they were, they're now silver and red. There's like also some red locks as well as the silver ones, kind of similar to the shade of Eleanor's hair red, not like crazy red, like natural looking
Ooh.
oh, I love what you've done, Sylvia.
You know, there are some good things about being back home, I will say. Creature comforts and all that.
Oh, I did forget Diya. I know you probably kind of maybe had the roughest out of all of us because you're, you know, you lost it.
He holds up his metal hand.
Oh my god.
It's all right, Elanor.
She hands you a certificate, like a normal sized piece of paper, and then also the same certificate, but like post-it sticky note size. She goes, I got you a couples massage for you and our favorite little ferret.
I don't know if that sound fair makes, but it is now.
I just felt like it was gonna be a good time for you to relax. There's eucalyptus in it and hot stones, and you know, they bring like some sort of magic into it too, like magic mud or something. I've never done it before, but it sounds delightful.
This is very considerate, thank you.
You're welcome. She just boops you on the nose. Both of you on the nose.
Ferret takes it, he's like,
Amazing.
Oh, did Mima take any of it? Did Mima?
I can't.
Now that
believe
you
this,
asked,
so fun.
Elanor, can you make a perception check?
Yes, I mean,
I'm
yes,
scared.
I can.
Marty, I'm scared.
Oh. 13.
Okay, you see Beatrice Etherhorn return from pretty deep into a Feywild forest back towards the marketplace, and you see that she's walking away from a kind of hooded, hunched Fey figure before returning to your group. Alright, are you all done with your makeovers? Time to get going.
Mima, do you have nothing to say about Sylvia or Hedzin or Diya? No, nothing? Nothing at all?
Sylvia, you look great. Genuinely.
Thank you, Gran.
And then she walks off before talking about the others.
Well, I guess, and Elanor looks at Hedzin and goes, I guess you're not the favorite anymore.
Granny B!
And then she turns around suddenly and says, I thought you were the real one! What the fuck is this? And then, like,
That's
she-
the hype.
you kind of
It's
just
not
notice
good.
that her hair has probably also not been done in years. And then she kind of turns off and walks away in a huff.
Granny, no!
Yes!
My only true friend.
Hedrover!
What the fuck are we?
Hedrover,
Oh, the
she's
joke!
deceived us. Elanor has taken the spot of the favorite. That was very clever of you, Elanor. I see you have
Thank
quite
you
a
so
tactical
much.
mind.
I am very brilliant. I think I'm the brains of the group now.
This dynamic is
Ah!
cursed.
All right, so once you all get yourselves a little bit cleaned up, you have your massages, you have your mud masks, you travel deeper into the Feywild, and what is before you? Past all the touristy parts of the Feywild, you see a bunch of fairies, satyrs, goblins, and other Fey-derived creatures being like, "Ride in the pink bubble! 40 gold!" Just, the Feywild has been incredibly commodified.
Oh, God.
Now that it's public access, and the Fey kind of realize you can get a lot out of mortals when you're offering them the fruits of the Feywild in such a way.
Like fucking Times Square or Hollywood Boulevard. My stomach hurts.
Basically.
Jesus God.
So you all continue deeper into the Feywild. Deep into it. Things suddenly start to look a little bit more what you would expect of this ancient magical forest situation. And sure enough, the fields open up. On the other side of a forest, at the top of a hill, is a big, beautiful-looking mansion. All right, the Etherhorn estate. Sylvia, maybe we don't need to talk to them. Maybe we can just, like, go in the back and practice a little
We've
while.
got to, Granny. I've already thought of like 30 different escape plans or substitutions. We should just fucking get it over with, I think.
Right.
Mima, Sylvia, I think they're going to be so happy to see us. I can't wait to talk you both up to them. And of course, they're going to just be in awe of these two as well. Look at Diya, look at Hedzin. Oh, they're going to love you.
Sylvia just shakes her head and laughs. We'll see about that, I guess.
As the five of you start to walk up the hill, a teenage satyr boy steps out, opens the door. He's wearing like a butler outfit, and he says, yes, who... He's about to ask who all of you are, then he sees Sylvia and Beatrice. Oh, all of you, why don't you come into the sitting room, and we can get you all comfy until the missus is ready to greet you.
That
Sure
sounds
thing.
delightful, right?
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Very well. And he kind of bows gently, opens the door for all of you, and you are taken into this gorgeous mansion. It is shockingly pristine on the inside to an almost concerningly way. The floor is tile, but it's almost so reflective it might as well just be a mirror. There are plants and such around, but they're very... The presence of plants in this place, despite being a beautiful mansion and a very natural island, is very forced. It's like in the corner of the room, there's like a very minimalist, like small little tree in the corner of each part of the sitting room. The furniture is incredibly comfy, like ergonomic, like you like kind of start to sink into it if you start to relax. However, everything here is just, for Elanor, for you especially, very different from what you'd expect of the Feywild. It's very, very sanitized.
This is not what I expected both of you to be from. Just and don't take that as a bad way at all.
Oh, no.
I just thought it would be more like you. It just is not
flattered, honestly.
There's kind of like a reason we left. It's not exactly our bag.
Yeah, I love being pampered and being royalty, but this is a little too
excessive.
Much. It doesn't even feel magical anymore. Like there's no.
You hear the couch sink as Diya sits into it in his full armor as it sags all the way to the floor. Excuse me.
That was, I guess, a very not good supportive couch. Oh, it looks nice, but it's not actually nice. Excuse us, is there any wine here?
Don't.
Wine is such a good idea right now.
Yes, of course.
What can go wrong?
I can get you all taken care of. And the butler boy runs off to go fetch stuff for you. And as he does, there is a sound of footsteps. And at the top of the stairs is a very petite, waifish satyr, very well done hair tied back, braids tying back into several different buns. You see at the very top of the stairs who you assume to be Sylvia's sister Gwendolyn. And she very delicately raises the feet of her dress a little bit just so she can like very carefully trot down the stairs, one hand on the railing. She says absolutely nothing to any of you until she gets to the very bottom and says, "Hello there, sister, grandmother. Very nice to see you back home."
Hi, Gwendolyn.
"Hi." "Hey, Gwen," says Beatrice. "Grandmother?" "So," she very delicately sits down in a chair across from you, Sylvia. "I must say, this is a surprise. You didn't write? You didn't sending? How exactly were we supposed to know to prepare for your arrival? Poor Liam here is running all over the place, trying to make sure that the good wine hasn't all been used up."
I'm sorry. It was not. We didn't really plan for it ourselves, you know. I could have done a bit more, I guess, to give you some heads up, but given the circumstances, which I can get into later, we didn't really have that luxury. You look good. It's good to see you, Gwen.
Thank you. I'm on a very strict regimen. 10 hours of sleep a night, 8 glasses of water a day. Just anything I must to maintain the fact that a lot has kind of fallen to me now, hasn't it?
I suppose it probably has.
And who are your friends?
Oh, hello, my name is Elanor Uirchanar. If you haven't heard of me, you've probably heard of my parents, you know, summer and winter, if you've heard of those seasons, those are my parents.
No, I know the seasons.
Lovely to meet you.
I do indeed know the seasons. She takes your hand very gently. and just kind of holds it while she makes eye contact with you. I'm familiar. I've heard much about your Cut of the Feywild. Let's go of your hand. Looks to Hedson. And you?
So heads and heels, ma'am, of the Hellmouth.
Hellmouth.
I have friends there.
It's okay to be flustered. Just don't. Never mind. No point.
I won't.
As Diya stands up. Hello, Mum. I'm Dear MorningStar.
MorningStar.
Yes.
All right.
I'm sorry?
No. We know all about you.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, I'm
She
sorry.
looks to Beatrice. You and your mercenary friend, Dark and Moonchaser, was it? You two were off trying to go off, save the world from some sort of ancient evil or whatever, so you had to just fuck off for however long, excuse my language.
Yes, precisely. And now the baton has, so to speak, has been passed along to us.
Has it ever occurred to you, dear MorningStar, that we're inheriting a lot from our families? Responsibilities, burdens, weights. You seem so happy to bear it all.
I mean, you're not wrong. That's, I guess, the point of a burden is to be bared, but is it not our burdens that help turn us into who we are? It's like, you don't have to let our burdens define us. We define our burdens.
Very nice little philosophy, Diya. Personally, rather than having the fate of the whole Feywild or world on my shoulders, I'd rather be taking a walk in the garden. I think I'm going to do right now. She stands up. Good day, everyone. And with a trot, she exits.
You
Sylvia's just like looking down at the floor this whole time.
I just expected someone that had a little bit more personality. I will not lie. I will not lie in this moment. She was cold. Sylvia.
She used to, Elanor. She used to, and you know, that coldness, well, not entirely my fault, is partially my fault. She pretty much had to take up the mantle of, you know, everything that was required of me, expected of me when I decided to leave, and I didn't take her with me, and she wanted to go, but I didn't think it was safe. She was so much younger back then. She has every right to be upset with me. I'm sorry she took it out on all of you as well, but
Does she
it's
have a
fine.
right to be upset, honestly, Sylvia? Does she? Like,
She doesn't.
she's angry that she has to take care of a fucking house and manage a few money-making Feywild theaters and attractions and whatever else the family is up to nowadays. Big whoop, we're saving the fucking world, risking our lives every day. That's just the whole thing about this family. They don't understand the whole gravity that we are putting ourselves through.
I know, Granny, I know, but you know how Mum is. You know how she's probably been treating her, and you know that Dad's always off doing his own shit, so he can't be here to make sure, you know, that I don't. It's the lesser of two evils. I'd rather her be here and being a bit of a bitch than be out there. At least she's alive here. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, at least we can make sure that she's safe. All right. So, Sylvia, I guess Mom doesn't want to greet us right now. Shall we get to practicing?
Yes, I could definitely use some source of getting rid of this kinetic energy I've built up right now.
After a glass of wine?
Just Sylvia chugs the bottle.
Okay, that was supposed to be for all of us,
Very
Sylvia,
suddenly
but
snatching
you know what?
it off of the butler boy's plate as he brings it in.
If you don't mind, could you get another one for them?
Yes, of course, ma'am.
Thank you.
You know what, dear sweet butler boy? maybe a couple. I think we might need a couple. It seems like if this family affair is going to be a little dramatic. I will not lie.
Yes, very good. And he runs off and gets more.
Bye, butler boy.
All right. Sylvia and Beatrice go off to train. Are you all going with them, or are you hanging around? What's the plan?
Is this a training thing we can help with, or is this kind of you're doing your thing?
I don't know. Sylvia, how do you focus? What's best for you?
What? You're asking me? I just found out about this domain expansion shit like 2 days ago, and you tell me. I mean, I think I do well when people I care about are around.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe, but I don't want to have the. I don't know. Maybe. I don't want to take up everyone's time and have them just sit around if I'm sitting like, what do I have to meditate or something? I don't know what I'm doing here, you know. You haven't given me much to go on.
Well, I'm still trying to figure you out, honestly. Why don't the three of you just go off and enjoy the day? Me and Sylvia will go at it.
Okay. Well, are you sure? You let us be alone?
We can go. We're fine.
Oh, Eleanor, we should get some to-go mugs for the wine.
Ooh, yeah.
Get a roadie.
Mugs.
Get a roadie.
We don't even need mugs. We're in the Feywild right now, Diya. We just all need our own bottle and one of those contraptions that you just stick in it and then you can
straw.
Slurp. Yes.
A funnel.
A straw. Oh, or a funnel. Either one. Either one is great.
No, Hedson, use the funnel to chug.
That what we're gonna do? Anyway, that's fine.
So,
Butler, one bottle for each of us.
And straws,
Not including
please.
the ferret. Not including the ferret. The
Including the ferret.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stop embarrassing my family, all of you. Come on.
We're embarrassing you?
Oh,
Oh!
I don't want to be embarrassing.
Oh!
Good. Leave.
Oh!
Bye.
I'm sipping the bottle of wine through a cup.
Yep. Elanor is in like hooked her arm through Hedzin's and they're both just sipping. Just
For embarrassment. I want to
Hedson-
embarrass.
Hedson and Elanor simultaneously, you both hear in your heads, ha ha!
Ah!
Oh God!
What the fuck?
Why did
no.
Oh, Hedzin!
Wine. Whoa.
Yum yum!
Like
Diya,
grapes
come
for
on!
liquid. Whoa.
I went,
Yes.
Grape liquid.
Right. Coming.
I went into this session being like, you know, of all the party members, like different like triangles, I feel like Hedson and Elanor should interact more. This is what happened.
Especially in summer form. Absolutely. Actually, no, in both forms, honestly. I think both forms complement Hedzin.
Oh my God.
All right. Sylvia, you and Beatrice stand across from one another in a beautiful courtyard around the side of the Etherhorn Manor. Beatrice squats down and says, "All right, Sylvia. When you're in the zone, what's it like? Are you focusing on everyone needs to die right now? Or are you trying to live? Or are you trying to protect your friends?"
It's kind of a situational question, but I think
You can
if I'm
focus
being-
on one. I picked, personally, kill things faster. What do you think?
well, I guess the katana doesn't fall far from the tree, because I also want to kill things faster.
Well, that'll make it easier then. It's in the blood. Sylvia, I would like you to make a charisma saving throw for me, please.
Charisma! Oh, at least I have a +1. Wait, saving throw? Yeah, at least I have a +1. Okay. Garbage! That's a 10.
Ooh. Beatrice Etherhorn opens her palms outwards, and this little black aura extends from her about 30 feet in all directions, and you can see there's just like a dimension of silvery swords hovering around her.
Oh, shit, this again.
And she says, "This is how mine manifests. The force of my personality. I am the type of person who figures the best way to solve any problem as to beat it into the ground before it can be an obstacle. That's something that I've had to admit about myself in order to access this power. Sylvia, who the fuck are you?"
I think I want to take the most vital parts of anything that opposes me and render it useless right before I tear it asunder for daring to try and hurt me or somebody that I care about. If somebody wants to hurt me, I want them to hurt first, and much, much worse.
Very noble, Sylvia. Sylvia, you take 4 points of psychic damage. As despite your focused energy, you're not quite able to envision a clear shape for this to take yet. Think, Sylvia. It can be simple. All my life growing up with swords. Your great grandpappy just loved to try and put different swords in my hands, and they never quite fit right. And I just thought, if only they could move by themselves, if only they could start striking out on their own. All the swords just kind of start glimmering around you in a whirlwind that starts to rush around. Come on, Sylvia. Don't make me start to see you as a problem. Because as we talked about, I don't deal with problems very well. What form, what shape is this going to take?
I think Sylvia starts to think about how, even though she does oftentimes use her katanas, and more often than not, that's how she gets the killing blow, she remembers things like jumping through the air, turning into a bear and grabbing onto the dragon, turning into a spider that one time and like absolutely mauling like 4 guards in like one fucking hit. And I think she just kind of starts to envision extending beyond herself in different ways that she has in her wild shapes, like specifically the wolf or the tiger or the spider or the bear, since those are the ones she's used the most. She actually starts thinking more about those versus trying to like block the blades with her own swords.
Sylvia, make a charisma saving throw with advantage this time.
Oh, 19.
19. Noted. We'll cut to the rest of the party now. The three of you.
He's edging me.
Yum!
Ooh,
I
Zooey
miss
mama.
wine. I love
Nothing like grape
wine.
juice.
I love grape juice too.
Woo!
Hudson. It's so
oh no,
good.
dude.
Friends of the Etherhorn, so you are you do you need anything to supplement that wine? Any foods? Any
Butler boy.
Hello, it's
That's
Liam.
Butler boy.
Liam is my name.
Party with us, Butler boy!
I'm on the clock.
Liam, do you want to be a ferret friend?
Oh god.
Jesus. Oh, we should
Because
not have left him
apparently
alone.
we'll accept anyone as ferret friends. We once accepted this really, really bad guy as a ferret friend. I do want to say I was one of the people against it, as in...
I was for it and it ruined everything. What?
Oh, okay, wait.
But Liam, you're perfect. You should come with us and save the world.
You're perfect if you get us cheese.
What's a ferret friend?
Oh
Where's
my!
the-
What
I'm
the
a ferret
ferret
friend.
friend? I'm me.
I'm a ferret friend. That one's a
Elanor
ferret
is.
friend.
So your group is the ferret friends.
Working title.
Yeah, that's important.
Working ferret friends working title.
Yeah, we're like world savers.
Why
You know
do
what I'm saying?
I will find the cheese.
Oh God! Just try not to cut it.
Don't rip the cheese.
You can't shred it. You can actually. That's the thing you can do with cheese.
Don't grate the cheese.
Wait, I don't get it.
Because you grate cheese.
Yes.
I used to be old.
You were so old looking, Hudson.
Wrinkly.
It was gross. I can't lie, it was gross.
I was ugly.
No, don't go that far. You weren't an ugly, gross old man. You were just a gross old man.
So many wrinkles.
That's just aging.
That's
You're
so
just not
gross. I
lucky to
grew
be
hair in
like-
places I didn't think it was. Gross.
Hedrover,
not-
it
you're
wasn't
just-
aging, it was manifestation of all of your negativity that didn't make itself into me.
I was aging.
You're just not as lucky as me and Diya. Diya and I will never have wrinkles. This perfect skin is gonna stay like this forever. Diya, we're so lucky.
It's true. It really runs in our genetics.
I'm gonna be old.
You will be old way sooner than us. That is
Wow,
true.
that's really fucking morbid to think about.
At this moment, we cut back to Sylvia.
Damn, Hudson's absolutely gonna die before all three of us. That's fucked up.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
That's fair.
Sylvia, you find yourself surrounded in this dimension of darkness, and you envision extending beyond yourself, thinking back to what your grandmother said, what she had to recognize about herself. Beatrice Etherhorn had to realize that she was the type of person who would attack, berate, belittle her problems until either they were fixed or they left her alone. You remember what she said about how she usually deals with Gwen. She usually just insults her until she leaves because she doesn't want to deal with Gwen.
Mm-hmm.
That is something Beatrice accepted about herself. And as you think back to climbing onto a dragon in the form of a bear, to really massacring a bunch of guards who are protecting a facility, there's something that kind of starts to spark inside of you. Beatrice Etherhorn rejected this responsibility because she resented her father, because she didn't want to fight. But as you think back to the feeling, the thrill in those moments of dangling, Sylvia Etherhorn, you are someone who loves and lives for the fight. And a silvery light starts to come out of you, and that's where we're gonna take a break.
What? Come on, the edging.
You know what that sound means? That sound means we're back. We've done it every time. If you
Every time you're
notice,
looking back,
you
now you
haven't
did.
been paying attention.
Not my fault to open your eyes. Not my job to open your eyes.
Oh my
Truly.
god.
So, Sylvia, as you sit in this dimension of darkness, you have this desire for something that can extend beyond your normal reach. You've sometimes been limited, having to wait for things to get close to you, and you want to start attacking things, holding them down, etc., before they can get their proper chance, get you in the fray. This silver light starts to come out of you, and you can see it start coming first from your back and like moving forward, almost like very transient, flickering extra appendages that are looking very amorphous, like they haven't quite decided what shape they want to take yet. And Beatrice says, Sylvia, that's normal. It hasn't decided what shape it wants to take yet because you haven't decided what shape it wants to take yet. Just don't let yourself give into it. When it starts to form, starts to threaten to consume you, you have to look it in the face and tell it who you are. And Sylvia, you start to get consumed on all sides by the silver
Oh
light.
god.
As if it's a
Oh
consumed.
jeez.
Give me another charisma saving throw with advantage, Sylvia.
Let me try these two.
Timmy, that's very funny. You can see your future self watching this video. Incredible.
14.
14. Depending on what you, Malik, tell
I only
me,
have fucking +1.
this will either pass or fail. This
Okay.
silver light is something for you to shape, both in combat and also visually. Now, everything that Sylvia's done, what form does she see her personality made form take?
That's such a hard question. Oh, probably. I mean, this is kind of funny, and not even. I literally wasn't even thinking about it before this, but I feel like it would kind of be similar to.
Do I know what you're gonna say? I might know
What
you're
am
gonna
I?
say.
Tell me what I'm
I
gonna say.
don't know. You tell me.
No, tell me what you think I'm gonna say, so I know what I say. I feel like it's similar to I can't. Well, I'm gonna explain after I say it, but I feel like it's similar to Elanor, kind of, because Sylvia's like very like on and can get very angry and like wants shit to like go how it's gonna go, and if it doesn't, then she just gets more pissed until she, you know, it's very unstoppable force meets immovable object in the case of the crew most of the time. But she also is just like very even though she may not show it as much as the anger, like caring and you know, compassionate and loyal and protective. So it's like I almost feel like it would be some kind of, oh, I don't even know. I just imagine in my head like a big ass fucking some kind of like stand or persona looking thing that just has a bunch of arms, and it's just like and multiple heads. You remember what's that fucking
A Hydra?
no, well, kind of. This is also a bad example because it's just totally goofy, but the fucking Knights Who Say Knee, it's just like a thing that has a lot of different competing emotions.
See what I was thinking, the direction you were going was a little Chimera Shadow Garden, if we're talking.
Ooh, wait, what is that?
Kaisen. It's from Jujutsu
Chimera
Kaisen.
Shadow Garden.
My
Which one
friend.
is that one?
It's
Oh, with the
Megamis.
multiple. Yeah. Exactly. Yes.
So-
Yes.
Sylvia, you envision this version of yourself, this explosion of your own personality, and for some reason you do think of Elanor in this moment. And Sylvia, you feel it looming behind you. If you could envision something right now made out of a silvery light, it is a all at once terrifying and awe-inspiring kaleidoscope of silver animal limbs, horns, claws, wings, multiple heads, constantly changing. There are moments where it looks like a multi-headed dragon, and that recedes, and it suddenly takes the form of a lion with wings, and it is constantly, second by second, changing shape, moving upwards like a geyser of animal forms intersecting with one another. And then everything drops. You are out of Beatrice's domain. The sun of the Feywild falls upon you. And though this form is new, it is a little amorphous. It feels like something that you can start manifesting. And I will write this down for you later, Malik.
Yeah, please.
But right now, once per day, lasts for 3 rounds of combat. One enemy of your choice will take a flat d6 of damage every turn, and the first attack against you with it active will have disadvantage.
Oh,
That's what it is now. It could change.
Pretty cool.
That's what it is now. And also, that d6 attack is not bound by range. If you can see an enemy,
Ooh.
you can start attacking them with it.
Oh, that's sick.
And you
That's
kind
sick.
of feel like this can grow. This can change.
Oh shit, I gotta level up. Fuck. I'm just like, did I do it?
Yes and no. It looks kinda. It's a bit of a wee thing at this moment, but I think it could become greater.
Fuck yes. And I just like jump and hug Granny.
Yeah, you did good. You did good. Now, I actually do know how we can, get that sword fixed up, but I wanted to make sure that you were thinking about yourself right now. Malik, I'm gonna tell you, I put the World Shaper in your inventory in the Greatsword form.
Oh, what the fuck? I didn't even realize.
Damn, sneaky. But basically, Greatsword form, by default, attacks with disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
However, On a hit, it can knock an enemy prone, potentially negating that disadvantage.
Oh.
And both forms of the World Shaper do crit on lower numbers. So by default, the Greatsword form, even though it's attacking with disadvantage, it is kind of hard to get the crits on an 18, 19, or 20, but because you can knock things prone off of one hit, potentially you could start getting crits afterwards.
That's sick. I don't see it in my inventory.
It's there, but we'll go through
Did
it.
you refresh your page?
We'll go through it later.
I will do that.
It's under your inventory tab.
Okay.
I need to make it a proper weapon, but that's what it is right
Oh,
now.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you don't have access to
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, you don't have access to the scimitar forms yet, but Beatrice says...
Scimitar forms!
Beatrice says... So the World Shaper was put together by your great-grandfather's friends, an elf and a dwarf, and by the same token, if you can get an elf and a dwarf to pull it apart with you, you can potentially start wielding these things.
I'll fancy that. An
Fancy
elf and a
that, huh?
dwarf. Where am I ever gonna find one of those?
I don't know, but let's go find them or something. Good job or whatever. She goes inside.
We're back.
How's the rest of the party doing?
Do we have our
still-
cheese?
Yes, you do.
Do we have our cheese? Thank you. Well, then we're much better.
Yeah, so as we're sitting there munching on the cheese, Diya takes a sip of the wine and munches the cheese. Well, Elanor, there's something I was going to talk to you about, but Hedson, you're here as well, so that's actually kind of perfect. Elanor, you remember that one time I awkwardly kissed you?
Yes.
Yes, that was a thing that happened.
Elanor, how could you not tell me about this?
I mean, I just thought you knew. I mean, I just thought Hedson would tell you, so then you would also know, because I thought Hedson knew. Hi.
What did I do?
Well, you didn't tell Zeno. Yeah, he's right here right now. Isn't that crazy? Diya, he's in my brain right now, and I swear it's not the wine. It's not the wine. He's in my brain.
It's
Watch,
the
wait,
wine! Why
promise,
would
I
that
promise.
happen?
Okay, Zeno, do that ice thing again. Watch, I'm not gonna cast any spell.
Elanor, you don't hear anything back. And
It's the wine!
suddenly feeling
Zeno?
So
very
Wait,
awkward
actually-
with Diya right there, mid-sentence.
Right. Well, on the topic of the ice thing, the kiss, the point I was trying to make is you can't seem to control your transitions between your fire and your cold self. Is that pretty accurate?
Yes, I mean, it tends to be after I do some sort of, like, rest, in a way. I've relaxed after a while, but it's not every single time I relax. It just, I will automatically go to the winter form. I don't know why. We don't know why, but, you know, it just happens. It just happens, which is just delightful. Just delightful.
Well, I have a theory. We're in the Feywild now, which is where you're originally, maybe not this area exactly, but you're from the Feywild. And this might be a good opportunity for you to go a bit introspective and maybe touch roots with yourself to see why or how this is happening. And the reason I brought up Hedson is he just went through a transition of personalities in the sense of finding himself. So perhaps with his and Zeno's guidance and being in this area, you might be able to garner a better comprehension of why you changed like that, or maybe perhaps an ability to control it.
Yeah, I mean, to be able to control it would be a great thing. And you are right, Hedson. I mean, you've kind of got not the same thing, but a similar thing, and Zeno, I promise you, when Zeno was in my brain, he caused me to do some winter things while I was in summer form, and like, don't laugh at me, I promise you.
Hedrover, she's delusional.
He's in my head talking all the time.
Not all the time, he's not constantly talking in your head because he's come to my head.
That's
and
right,
spoken.
Elanor. I'm your friend.
See, he's talking to me, he just said he's my friend. He just said he's my friend.
All right, watch this. I'm gonna think of a number.
Okay.
What number am I thinking of?
Okay, Zeno, come tell me.
Oh my, I don't know, penis.
What?
I just see heads in. This is not a number, but he says penis.
It wasn't a number. It was sandwiches.
Well, that's kind of correct.
I panicked. I'm sorry, Elanor.
Okay, well, Zeno
I
said
wasn't
he
looking for
said-
sandwiches in there. You don't understand how brains work. There's a lot of information at the same time.
He said there's a lot happening inside your brain. Could not find the sandwiches, and I guess he found a penis.
I am smart.
But okay, to the end of it, yes, I hate that I have no idea what my power is, of course. Ha 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 ha, look, we all know my vulnerability now. It's not my family. It's not that I have a crazy man in my head, except now I do sometimes. No! Either I'm this, or I'm the most depressed being on Earth who controls ice.
Elanor, can you
I
make
would
a
like help.
wisdom check for me real quick?
This dog wants
My ferret,
attention.
my ferret comes over to your shoulder and is like petting your hair.
Thank you. Oh, fudge, it's a 3.
Can the ferret give help?
How would the ferret give help in this situation?
he is petting the hair.
So, do we mean I'm doing another roll?
I think that's just a 3.
I think that's just a 3.
Listen, every time Diya tries to help, it gets worse.
Can we have come in by now?
Yeah, I think at this moment, Sylvia and Beatrice come in. Elanor,
We tried.
Elanor, you do start thinking a little bit about yourself. How it's always been like this. How you've always been torn between two places, two people, two sides of yourself. And then, hey, Sylvia's here.
Hi, Sylvia.
Oh,
You gotta try this stuff. This stuff is crazy.
It's a mess. There's
What
food, there's
have
trays,
you
there's glasses,
done?
bottles, one of them empty on its side.
Oh, this is
Stains all over my-
brilliant.
I didn't get new clothes. There's just stains everywhere.
I expected nothing less. Wow. Did you go through the whole fucking winery?
Ooh, there's more.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that. No, that's all of it. You've hit the end.
All of you had better
Aw.
clean the fuck up before there's a door that opens at the end of the parlor.
Oh, fuck.
A much taller than Gwendolyn figure
Oh.
walks in. Very, very well kept. It's common practice for some satyrs to have jewelry on their horns, not the case for her. She has 2 dangling earrings with gems inside of them, a beautiful necklace of jewels, and in a beautiful dark red dress, Sylvia, you see your mother, Valora Etherhorn, walk into the room, hands clasped together in front of her. Well, you've certainly made yourself at home, Sylvia, haven't you?
Oh, this is not Sylvia. This was the 3 of us. Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Elanor Uirchanar. As you can tell, I'm one of the descendants of summer and winter, and I don't want to hear any of the cold stuff. Oh my goodness!
Mother, good to see you as well.
Hi, Mum. Wow, you know, I thought about how this is gonna go a lot of times in my head. This is just so much more awkward and worse than I thought it was
Well,
going to be.
composure is something that we actually could have worked on if you were here the last few years.
Oh, here we go. That aside, apologies. I suppose are in order. Granny and I had to take care of something. We left my friends here, my crewmates, behind to have a good time. I'll take care of all of this. We just needed to come back home to help me take care of some things, and honestly, it wouldn't be bad to take this opportunity to talk to you about what we're about to go and do. I feel like I owe you that much.
Well, I'm listening.
Granny, do you want to take this one, or no? It's me. Okay, all right.
Laura, it's the same. It's the same shit. But it's here. It's actually happening. Pandora Nephrite is back. Because I couldn't handle the responsibility, it was passed to Sylvia. And she's happy to take it. She really is. And here's the thing. She actually wants to do it, and she's very good at what she does. Better than I was. By far. I was her age. So I know that you're resentful, but Sylvia, tell this is what you want, right? I didn't make you do this.
This is what I want, Granny. This is, okay? I wanted this. It wasn't just about you telling me. It was about just I don't know, there was a sense that I felt as soon as you told me the story the first time. I was like, I want to be that. I want to step up to the plate, to do what needs to be done. Even before I knew what the World Shaper was actually for, the adventure of a lifetime is really what this is. And despite how unbelievably dangerous it is, and in some ways kind of stupid, because I may not come back from it. I think for a while I was what felt like anxious, but then I realized being anxious and being excited, they're the same thing. It's just up to you to decide the direction you point that energy into. And despite the fact that we're about to take on this ancient evil that could potentially destroy this entire world, my blood's just boiling with excitement. All I can think about is how good it's gonna feel when I take her fucking head.
I suppose that you are about as vulgar as I remember when you were describing these situations. And you notice that your sister Gwendolyn is in the room as well. She's hung back. Sylvia, you are an adult. And if you want to go fight evils beyond the stars, I am beyond stopping you. Gwendolyn walks closer at this point. Sylvia, you think you're going to die out there?
I mean, it's always a possibility, but I don't think so. These lot would kill me if I ever died on them, so
That's
I don't
right,
think
ma'am.
got much to worry about.
Gwendolyn takes a few steps towards you, Sylvia. Her hands balled into fist. It looks like this incredibly composed sibling of yours is about to lose composure. And she very quickly grabs you by the waist and pulls you into an extremely tight hug.
Whoa!
And she says in your ear, Sissy, you just got back.
I know. I
Can't-
know.
You can't just... Why did... Are we not enough for you? I know it's a lot, but... Why can't a life here be enough? Why do you have to go on all these adventures? Why are we...
Because there's so much more than just all this, Gwen. And looking back on it, as dangerous as it can be, I should have given you the chance to see it. And right now, what I'm trying to do is not only preserve what we've got here, but preserve it all, because this is not sustainable if I don't do this. If we don't do this.
And she...
That
Go ahead.
that being out there is going to take this entire rock we're on and use it as a vessel. And it's gonna take all of us with it. This fucking mansion, the whole of the Feywild, every other area of this world will be gone. Unless we stop her.
There is evils every day, Sylvia. And you're going to spend your whole life chasing them down one by one until your granny's age. Will you never have time to sit, to stroll, to spend time with us?
There will be time, Gwen. I'm sorry that it's not right now. And I'm sorry that I'm coming back into your life just to leave again. But I hope that it won't be for good. And if there's nothing else that I can tell you, because honestly it's hard to find the words, all I can say is that there will be time. I'll make sure of it. And I just hug her back really tight as well.
She accepts it. And there's a memory that you have, Sylvia. The two of you, very young, in this very manner. Before things were so complicated, before there was so much responsibility for your family, and Gwen got her own room for the first time, no longer in the same bedroom as you. But she came knocking at your door, asking you to just protect her while she slept in case there were any monsters. And
No.
you sat on the edge of that bed until you got tired too. And in this moment, this incredibly composed satyr, as you see tears in her eyes as she pulls away from you, you see that same little girl who has not yet had the courage to leave her room. And she takes a step back and says, I love you, Sissy.
No.
I love you too, Gwen.
And she very hurriedly leaves the room. Your mother, still standing very composed, just shakes her head and then leaves as well. And Beatrice says, I need to go talk to her. I can fly. I'll catch up to you all at the ship. How's that sound?
It's fine by me.
And the rest of you, can you help Liam clean up the fucking pod a little? Why is there a bottle on the ground?
We were preparing.
All right. And Beatrice leaves to go chase after Valora.
I'll help them clean up too.
All right. Easy enough done. Elanor. As you are cleaning everything up, you just start to think about how frustrating it is that why didn't Sylvia's mom, who you were so excited to meet, say hi to you? Why have you been struggling with your powers? Sylvia awakened new powers and got cool new weapons in a day. And all of you just look over at Elanor and she is suddenly looking very, very blue as she is cleaning everything up. Literally.
Elanor?
Blue. As frost kind of starts to form around her as she's cleaning everything up.
Are you alright,
Is her hair still orange or red?
It's changing. She is winter form now.
Oh, Eleanor, did you like drink too much or something?
Eleanor, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, Hedzin. This has been a rough time for me. I'm in the Feywild. Look at me now. I'm literally blue. I'm back in winter form. I drank. I got sad. I miss my sister. I miss my family. Watching this family be so upset with their daughter for trying to save the world is not the best feeling in the world. So, Hedzin, yes, it was because I had some alcohol.
Eleanor, you're in winter form. And you didn't sleep. You just right now turned winter form.
Great! We're supposed to save the world. And here I am, in the mopiest, worst freaking form for me as all time. I'm not powerful. I can do nothing. I don't even know how to control my own powers. And you all, look at all of you now. You have the biggest sword for the whole world, Hedzin. Don't even get to talk to me about how powerful you are. And Diya, you are the strongest captain I've ever seen. And you have family that likes you.
Hedzin, Sylvia, would you humor me and come here for a moment?
Oh, great! We're gonna exclude me now. That makes me feel even better.
We'll be right back.
Eleanor, I will keep you company.
Oh, good. Oh, he's in my head, everyone, just so you know. But no one believes me that Zeno is now in my head.
I believe you, Liam. Would you please get her some water?
Yeah, okay.
And then I walk over to Diya.
Well, Diya's staying next to Eleanor, and as Eleanor is raging like this, Diya embraces her in a hug and then signals for Sylvia and Hedzin to join in.
Sylvia hugs.
Can't
Eleanor.
even control my own powers.
Eleanor, this is going to sound really cheesy, but I want you to think happy thoughts. No,
Think of all the good times.
Maybe Hedzin doesn't get in on the hug because she is pretty pissed at him right now.
How am I supposed to think about any good times? There hasn't been any good times. They're always just clouded with me trying to pretend they're fine. They're
hasn't
not
there?
fine. My
painting was
sister's
fine.
dead. I don't even know what season I'm gonna take over when I'm older. At least you all have a destiny. I have no destiny ahead of me.
Not really.
Who cares about what season you're gonna take over? Have you not been having a good time since you've been with us?
The
That's
whole
you
reason
came in the
why I
first
left
place.
was to figure out who I am, and I'm not a step closer.
I think so.
Aren't you? Look what you've done since you've left. You've come on us with an adventure to save the world. You have literally helped piece heads and backs together. And here we are. It took not just one of us, but all four of us to help move the great sword. And you've been a part of that. The paintings, the light, even both sides of you, what you bring to our ship, the joy, the sorrow, You're a wave of emotions, but you're the glue that holds us together.
She is the glue on the face, on brains.
Oh, that hurt a lot.
Brains is questionable.
Okay,
Yes.
fine, dear. You're the brains. Yes, we know you're much, much fucking smarter than us. You look very cool, by the way. Like, I hadn't said it yet, but you look very cool. But anyway, he speaks the truth.
And you know why I look cool? Because of Elanor.
Because Eleanor's the
I'm
glue.
alive because of
What-
you,
what?
Elanor.
What was that, Edson?
Because
Speak up,
Eleanor's the glue. Eleanor's the glue!
I said it.
Elanor,
Now I'm the face.
I
Ugh.
want
Okay.
you, Elanor, to make. You're in
I'm
winter
the
form
face,
right now.
ugh.
Let's do an intelligence saving throw, please. And
Oh, thank you so
made me
much.
say what you did.
You know what? Give me a religion check right now.
Hey,
Elanor,
her religion in winter form is actually +3.
I was trying to think of the
Elanor,
lowest
roll
one.
athletics.
Yeah, roll athlete.
With
Trying to contest
disadvantage.
this hug grapple.
17.
Okay. Elanor, your life has been being pulled between two different things, two different sides of yourself. Constantly, endlessly, there is no middle. There is only fluctuating, rapidly, suddenly, between two different points. It's either up or it's down. There's no okay days. There's no fine days. There's no enough. It's too much or it's not at all. And maybe you start to remember being back in the Feywild, going back and forth between your mothers and fathers day after day. And Addie, I want you honestly as Elanor to tell me how she's feeling in this moment and if any of this is getting to her.
No, none of it's getting to her. She's hearing what they're saying, but it's kind of just going through her, like transparent. Like she's transparent and everything. That's just like it's just going right through. Nothing's landing. She's like honestly feeling like what is she supposed to do? Like truly, like if she's in winter form and we go against the big bad, like she's not gonna be able to help at all. And even if she is in her summer form, she's got that wild magic that like could literally kill one of her friends and ruin everything, ruin the universe. So she's not feeling too hot.
So as your friends are trying to get to you, reminding you of all the good times, what they're not understanding is that you are coming at this from a different angle that they are. They are trying to come at this from a logical place, from a here's all the examples of this. And you, for you, that's not how you think about things. That's not how you think about the world. And realizing that, Elanor, if you want to say anything else to them in this moment, you can. Or if you want to leave, you can too.
She gets up and she doesn't really look at anyone. She just goes, I just need to be alone for a while. And I'll be fine. I promise I'm not gonna run away or whatever. I just need to go be alone. Maybe just until tomorrow, until we leave. And she just leaves. Out the front door of the castle. Goes to the
Sylvia just
Feywild.
watches her as she leaves.
He makes a move to follow. Do we just let it go
No.
like that?
Just let her go, dear. She needs time. For what? I don't know, but we should respect that.
I just want to help.
I know.
This is helping.
Yeah. Sometimes not helping is the best help you can give. She's strong. I've no doubt she'll figure out whatever it is she's searching for.
I don't want her. I feel like she feels she has to figure this out for our sake, and that's not. She doesn't. She is who she is, and regardless of who she is, that will make a difference. That's enough. Why can't she see that?
I think because of the fact that she's so worried about us, we can't really make her see that. I think she's got to figure that out on her own and figure out specifically how important she is to herself beyond just being there for us. And it's not really the easiest thing to do when we're all trying to, I don't know, be in her space, give her the pep talks. Admittedly, we've not all had that much time separate from each other, and I think it could do a bit of good every now and then, especially in times like these. This is crazy shit we're about to do. So, a little solitude might be for the best.
Seems I still have a lot to learn about being a captain. Thank you. I guess for now we just let her try and figure it out.
So we see Elanor walking by herself through the Feywild, the sights simultaneously familiar and unfamiliar. It's the same flora, the same fauna, but this part of the Feywild is not racked between summer and winter like your island. This place is just always temperate and beautiful, and you see mortals running around in it, enjoying the fruits of the Fey, because right now it's being sold to them by the fairies, the satyrs, other Fey beings that are around. And how is Elanor feeling in this moment?
She feels definitely very lost and like not knowing how to function. I mean, especially seeing Gwen and Sylvia together, like, you know, it was pretty clear that she was truly supposed to be summer and her sister was supposed to be winter, and now it's both, but she can't be both in her head. But yet she's still like, she feels like she's plagued. And just doesn't know how to fix it. And kind of disgusted by the humans. Just living happily and fine in this Feywild that's like magic and also monetarily, I guess, if that's the right word, being used. She wishes she was home for the first time in a while. I think actually ever on this whole trip.
Right? Noted. And the rest of you prepare to finish the rest of your day before you're picked up the next morning. Anything else that you all want to do?
I would like to. It'll be very quick, but before I head back to the ship, I do want to go and either eavesdrop on the conversation between Granny and Valora, or just speak to Valora. I just have one sentence to say to her.
Sure. Enough time has passed for the conversation to be gone, so I'd say you can catch your mother alone in this moment. And
Okay.
she looks a little bit. Your mother doesn't really get shaken, not anymore. She does look like she is viciously keeping composure in this moment after her talk with Beatrice, as you are able to flag her down. Sylvia, hello.
Listen, Mum, I'll be brief. I'm sorry for leaving unceremoniously and doing the same thing to you that Granny did. And I want you to know that whether you believe me or not, or agree with me or not, I'm doing this for you, for Gwen, for Da, for Granny, for those 3 people who I've had some of the best times of my life with, and who I love very, very much. And you don't have to thank me when it's all said and done, because you and everyone else continuing to be around will be thanks enough.
Gadriel, Sylvia. You're doing this for yourself. She makes a move to walk away. You can stop her, or you cannot.
I let her go, but as she walks by, I say, if you really think that, that's on you.
She scoffs and continues down the hall, leaving you alone for now. It's evening at this point. Are you all gonna sleep in the Etherhorn Manor, or will you find somewhere else in the Feywild to sleep?
I'm going back to... Well, if the ship's not there, I will find somewhere else, because I can't.
Ship will be back tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Then Well, I think it doesn't have... It could be off screen. I'll stay with Gwen until she falls asleep, and then I'll head out to somewhere else.
You head up to your sister's room in the evening, and she's very surprised when you knock on the door, and she's like, Sylvia, what are you doing here? There's guest rooms downstairs, plenty, roomy.
I know, but if this is the last time that I'm going to see you for a while, do you remember when I used to sit with you when you were scared of the monsters and you wanted me to protect you from them?
Yes, I was a child.
I know. I'm doing that for real now. Okay? And for whatever reason, years of therapy will probably be the only thing to help it along. Mum does not see that, and I'm not going to waste the time I have left Planetside trying to get her to figure it out. It's on her now.
She didn't have a mother because of these responsibilities. Granny was always off somewhere else, fighting some dragon or some kraken or...
I know that.
If you're gonna be an adventurer. Why would you? What's even the point of a family?
To share the stories of your adventures with. The good and the enjoyment of the adventure is just as good as getting to tell someone that you love and cherish about it. There's a lot more than just this bureaucratic bullshit that's going on around here. Pinching fucking pennies, all of this capitalist bullshit, all these fucking humans walking around here. It's not what the Feywild was ever supposed to be about. And that's why Granny left. Now, do I agree with her leaving her child behind in the state she was in, not giving her someone to help her go through life? Maybe Mom wanted a chance to do that. I don't know. But it's not good for her to do the same thing in a different way, in the other fucking direction. To us. I just wanted to come and spend some time with you before I left. If you don't want me to, it's fine. You were the silver lining about coming here. Because I knew that even though you'd probably be very upset with me, you were the person I was most excited to see. You and maybe Diya, but I know he's probably gone.
Fine.
I don't have all the answers, Gwen.
Fine. Then hang out until I fall asleep, like when I was a little girl or whatever, but I'm got a bad case of insomnia. I don't sleep very easily nowadays. I can finish half a book before I actually manage to start to drift off.
Well, I've got something much better than a book for you then. And then it can just pan away as I just start telling her all of the different adventures that I've gone on with the Ferret Friends working title.
You start talking about the world outside, and Gwen is very carefully listening, asking questions occasionally, confusion about how they managed to get a city to float, about why dragons can turn into people, but you don't get any farther than talking about Dalavar before she drifts to sleep. What are the rest of you doing? Sorry, go ahead, Malik.
No, I was just saying, I tuck her in and I leave the room.
Amazing. And the rest of you, anything of note before you crash for the night? Your potential last night before the plan begins?
Nothing for me.
Elanor doesn't sleep, but she does remember that sweet little cloaked mysterious being that Mima was talking to. And like they went to the Feywild, so she doesn't even have to find him. That's who she's kind of wandering for, but not really for any reason.
Elanor, can you make an Arcana check for me? Oh my god, that's such a good impression of me.
Julian sounds just like that.
Oh my!
I'm dying.
21.
Oh, how's that for an Arcana check?
Elanor, you are thinking back to that moment. And you don't know why you didn't remember it before, but there was definitely some wisps of red energy coming off of that figure. And you kind of think back to the magic. And you're walking through the forest, and you do find a cloaked figure hanging around. Someone just... The marketplace is closed. They're just sitting on the cobblestones. It is a older hobgoblin woman just messing around with some, it looks like, spell components in her hands before she pockets them. She stands up, notices to you. Can I help you?
No, but you were talking to Miss Etherhorn earlier, weren't you?
Yes. Beatrice and I go way back.
In what way?
That's some private information.
Was it when you tried to save the whole world and then you kind of failed, but you didn't really fail, but you didn't save
No,
it, just temporarily saved it?
No, before any of that, she's an old friend who found me for a favor.
You mean closer than friend? Not just friend.
She found me for a favor.
Okay. What was the favor? Sorry for asking all these questions. We're just about to go try to save the world, and, just seeing her sneak off and not really being truthful with us is not the best look.
She's keeping Sylvia safe.
In what way? That's my job.
Elanor, make a persuasion check for me.
Oh, no!
I just got butterflies in real life!
Oh, no. Just give me a natural 20, baby! Oh, it's an 8.
She's not going to tell you exactly, but with an Arcana check that high and that red magic, you know that a pact was made. And Fey pacts are very strong.
Oh, fuck.
And
so you can't tell me anything.
No, I
you physically cannot.
No, I can. I just
Oh.
don't think.
No, I can.
With any luck.
Give me the tea.
With any luck, it shall not come to pass. And she starts to walk away into the nighttime mist of the Feywild.
Can I follow her throughout the night?
Make a
And
perception
just see
check
if anything
for me.
happens?
Make a perception check for me.
Oh, wait.
This
Oh, shit.
episode is crazy.
Mom, baby.
Oh, God.
It's a natural 1, which is 5.
Jeez.
No!
Elanor,
No!
you run into the mist after this hobgoblin woman who Beatrice made some sort of pact with, and you no longer see her there.
Awesome. Can't even try to follow someone right now.
Oh, God.
Sick.
No.
She just meditates, I guess, the rest of the night.
Alright.
Rough.
Noted.
Near a waterfall, let's say.
Noted. Alright, so you do not return to the Etherhorn Manor.
Oh, hell nah. She's a no.
Oh,
Hell nah.
Alright. Hedrover, I hope you get a delicious night of sleep.
Oh, I hope so too.
Did any of y'all hydrate? Y'all gonna be hung the fuck over.
My head's pounding.
It's just Zeno doing
Yeah,
fucking Taibo or something.
Hedrover,
Yes, voice in my head.
I think tomorrow's gonna be great.
Yeah, sure. Every day's a good day when you have a positive attitude.
Yes. I'll never leave you, Hedrover.
That's true.
Diya. You snoozing? You dozing off?
Oh, Diya. I'm sorry. I thought you said here. I'm not sure what you
Yeah.
said.
Yeah!
Now give me your role playing.
Yeah.
I think Diya is having what's it like outside? Is there like moonlight?
Misty, light rain, strong moonlight, almost
Cool.
blue, the night air.
Once everyone is asleep, I think Diya kind of goes outside and steps out of his armor in the moonlight, just kind of lets the rain fall on him. He's not wearing a shirt. He's just like in his pants, his shoes, his feet are in the earth. And he is kind of looking at both his hands. And he's trying to come to terms with what it means to be a good person and what it means to be a good captain and how to save the world, how to basically embody what it is that he's had to become and what he's grown into versus what he started this adventure as. And he's never been that good at meditating, so I think he starts going through sword forms. He takes the one piece off of his armor and puts it on his hand to pull out the blade, and he just starts going through sword forms. And while he no longer has the music of the blade singing, you can hear him humming it and just going through the movements and letting his mind clear and try to become what he's meant to be.
Yeah, make a straight wisdom check. You can have advantage.
Oh, okay. Wisdom's not my strong suit. It's a solid 12.
Diya, you are practicing the sword forms once long ago that your uncle and your mother taught you. It's not quite the same. This armor, you are a little bit sluggish. Everything is a little bit different. You have unmistakably changed. And as you swing your sword, Diya, you feel it almost clang against something. And you turn, and there's clearly nothing there. But under the light of the moon, you see across from you yourself, but at the start of this adventure, sword out in a very familiar pose, big smile on his face, and he suddenly steps forward like a fencer to strike at you, and you just instinctively deflect. It is almost instinctive. And you think back to yourself at the start of this adventure, how you have unmistakably and forever changed, and this you that you see before you, that you see as the sparring, almost dancing partner with blades, this was a Diya pre-adventure. This was a Diya before he got exactly what he thought he wanted. And you've come out of this not as a hero, a individual who swoops in and saves everyone and vanishes again into the sky, but as a captain, as someone who has people that depend on you. And you, in the strange air of the Feywild, once again just meet Blades with this vision of yourself before he gives you a smile, and in a trick of the light bouncing off of your blade, he's no longer there. And you know that you is gone and changed. You all can mark off a long rest.
What the fuck?
That was fucking beautiful.
I almost started crying.
I've slept 30 hours in the past 5 days.
You need to be sleep deprived more often. This session is busting.
No, what actually happens is I marathoned Exandria Unlimited Calamity. And that's just in my head.
Motherfucker! That was my quotes from that last night, and I was gonna fucking sit in the chat. I was like, wow, I forgot how fucking crazy good this was.
All right. New dawn, new day. Also, what the hell is up, Matt? Everyone say hi to Matt in the chat.
Hi,
Yo, yo,
Matt.
yo!
up,
Maddie,
Matt?
Maddie, Mad boy!
Matt, part of Roll D5, the TTRPG network that I have been working with.
What's-
Such sweeties,
What's
along with
that?
our friends Tulok, Erica, Mika, Andrew,
Set sail
Zoe,
for One Piece.
many other awesome folks. All right.
Wonderful.
So, welcome to the last day before your adventure into the stars. You all leave the Etherhorn estate. You head off into the distance. You are picked up by the ship at the edge of the Feywild, and you are greeted once again very happily by Dakin Moonchaser, Diya's uncle, who runs up to him and says, Diya, oh, you look very serious right now, my sweet, sweet nephew. Shall we board the ship and take you to the stars?
Diya puts a hand on his uncle's shoulder and looks at him and goes, Uncle, the time has come. And thanks to you and everyone here, we are prepared. This will be the beginning of the end.
Oh God.
Dakin, his smile drops. He nods solemnly. Yes, there's much to do, but rest assured that we do not face the end alone.
No. Diya smiles and looks back at his hodgepodge crew. The ferret dancing around Eleanor's feet, trying to make her laugh. Hedson arguing with himself, and Sylvia hauling a big ass sword. No, we're not.
And all of you board the ship, which takes off from the Feywild. Dakin Moonchaser speaks to all of you and says, So, luckily we got a head start on the whole situation. I've known that I and Beatrice, I should say, have known that for a long time the land of Gran Insulae was not where this was all going to end. So we have prepared a vessel that can travel through space. And with the help of your father, Elanor, we do have enough magical energy, rivaling roughly the power of the heart of an Ifriti, that we can at least get you up there. And from there, perhaps you can use and sustain that momentum to get you upwards into the stars. Try to beat Pandora Nephrite to whatever viewpoint she's trying to secure for herself before she tries to, well, destroy Gran Insulae. Plane shift the elemental plane of Earth on top of it. So, that being said, I did receive some updates yesterday from a new friend who's going to assist us in this adventure. Miss Helen, was it? And coming in through one of the doors in the ship, you see Sylvia, a purple tiefling.
You motherfucker.
No longer in a military garb, in very plain clothes.
Yow.
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 Oh.
Who, Sylvia, you last saw when she suddenly kissed you before you were supposed to go off to your execution, and then she took the handcuffs off of you.
Yeah. Oh, you motherfucker.
I'm gonna okay. Okay. Yep. Mhm.
Matt, thank you so much for the bits. I love making my players scream.
Wow.
I know, Malik. Believe me, I know.
Oh God, I'm so stressed out. I'm so stressed out.
Okay. Okay.
And she says, very businesslike, Sylvia, there's something that all of you need to know. Number one, hi, I'm Helen Will-O-Wisp. I'm formerly Navy, and formerly before that, one of Sylvia's crewmates. It's nice to meet all of you.
Hi, Helen.
After the freeing of the Red Dragon Lucius Rex from the Bastille, he made a beeline for the city of Ixea, or the country of Ixea. And Diya, this is where you are from.
Yeah, say you see Dia's face drop.
And Helen waves her hand to kind of show a bit of a magical... It's a recorded scry, basically, of the city. You see, through the eyes of somebody on the ground, a dragon raising a beautiful futuristic city. And you see the Navy off to the side, standing, waiting. And the individual whose eyes you're seeing this through says, "Do we move now?" And then a familiar voice says to their side, No. We have to wait a little bit. We have to really let them know that the Navy is the only reason that the peace is able to be kept. We let that dragon loose for a little bit longer, and then we strike it down. And remind them that we are the heroes of this story. Another minute passes. The dragon smashes through a building. Okay, Ishtar, you can do your thing now. And the individual whose eyes you are seeing from crouches, builds up energy, and dives at the dragon. There is a slash of a glowing white sword, and then it cuts. And Helen says to all of you, the Navy is proving to be a problem, so I left them. I could no longer stomach what they were doing. And Planetside, there's still much to be done. Doc and Moonchaser speaks up again. Diya, I have made sure that Gildan is safe. It has the most powerful blade singers this side of Gran Insulae protecting it. But a lot of destruction was caused before the Navy stopped the dragon, and I've spoken with Captain Ironbeard, and the pirates are going to make a statement against the Navy here. One of force. One of change. Hopefully. So I regret to say, sweet nephew, that there will perhaps be less reinforcements up there than we would have wanted. And Diya, Dakin kind of just opens a piece of paper, and all of you have a choice. Not everyone can come up with you to space. You've made a lot of allies, but not all of them can. So, you know those, you got like $30 to assemble your superhero team. Some of them are worth $5, some of them are worth $10. We're doing that. We're doing that. So,
My cortisol levels right now.
you have 2 points. You have 2 points. Also, what the hell is up, James? Gift subs?
Oh shit! Everybody!
Oh shit!
Dang, welcome.
The
We are
Five
to
pack.
catch you up. You came in just at the right moment. These lovely people are about to go into space. They are choosing their crew. So you have two.
if we get bits, we get more to spend.
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna ask you as the player something. do you want this adventure in space to focus more on all of you, or do you want a little bit of a cadre to be up there with you?
A what to be up with me?
A cadre, like a
crew.
A crew.
A crew. I'm in on crew.
Yeah.
I'm in. If you're asking everybody, I'm in on crew too. A cadre.
Crew
would be
is
pretty
so
sick.
sick.
All right.
Crews, you
All
we're
right.
going to space. You gotta have a
One
sick ass
piece.
crew.
You and the bit and the everything donations. I was going to give you 2 points to allocate. You now get 3.
Let's go.
And if someone wants to keep track of this in the group chat, you can.
No.
Here are the 1-point characters you can bring with you. Again, you have 3 points to spend.
Each or as a whole?
Total.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Number 1
Fuck.
of the 1-point companions, Azalin. Azalin Vox, the first other member of the Ferret Friends, before even Elanor.
OG.
OG,
Yeah.
Thunder Gauntlets, good with technology, history with the Navy, for better or worse, history with Liren.
Mm-hmm.
Your next 1-point companion, Hector Briggs. Hector Briggs, former Navy Vice Admiral, the only human of the crew. Very wise on the Navy's tactics. Competent fighter. That being said, you know, his allegiance did shift over to all of you. And maybe he was doing it because it was the right thing. Maybe he was doing it because he knew he couldn't get anywhere else with the Navy. So there is that level of flip-flopping that is something that you especially had to note. Numbers 3 and 4, Ren and or Irie, Eleanor's cousins.
Let's go.
Ren being a bit of a rogue, very sneaky. Irie being more of a barbarian, very tanky. They don't know anything about technology. That being said, but they are very competent fighters. Number 5, Genghis McDingus.
Oh my god.
Listen, Genghis is a competent mage. Genghis is a competent mage who will do
It's true.
anything for Xeno, and therefore Hedrover, therefore Hedzen.
Real one.
And the last 1-point character you could potentially bring with you is Helen, formerly of the Navy. Treat her as an arcane trickster. Another rogue character, a little bit of magic ability, a lot of disguising. Those are all the 1-point characters. You could choose 3 of them,
Mm-hmm.
but here are your 2-point characters you could potentially bring. Number 1 is Diya's uncle Dakin. Very competent sword fighter. Really the mastermind of most of this up till now, except for Beatrice. And the other 2-pointer, you can bring either Eleanor's mother or father with you.
Oh shit.
Shit.
Oh no.
Mom or dad. Whoa.
And Dakin says, so, you can have some time to think about it. I don't know. In the real world, maybe a week, but you know, it'll be next session when you all decide.
Why is everyone, every PC is a fucking, or NPC is a fucking meta lord? I love it.
But the point being, not all of us will be able to go up there with you. Diya, there's much to do Planetside. We have to keep the world safe from the Fleet Admiral. So, with you, Diya, with the power of the Afriti's heart, as fuel for this vessel to get you into the stars, you must be there, and I cannot deprive you of your crew. But please allow some of us to go with you.
Diya looks at everyone. He looks at his uncle.
Sorry, laughed at Michael's message. Continue.
Uncle, be truthful. The more we take with us, the odds tilt more in favor of the Navy Planetside, unless I'm mistaken.
Diya, that I cannot know. That I cannot know.
Diya looks at his friends. This quest began with my uncle and his friends. And I believe the four of us, the ferret pokes in the face, the five of us are more than capable of fulfilling it on our own. The fleet admirals are nothing to joke about, and I fear that every person we take away from them gives them more of an opportunity to give us a home not to come home to.
At this moment, Helen speaks up. On that note, there's one more crucial piece of information that you should all know. With the acquisition of Lyr and Evoy, the Navy has assembled a rocket of their own.
Sick.
Now, I don't know who will be aboard it, but I think it's safe to say that at least one or two of Grant Zeus, Ramina Ishtar, or Raphael Pope will be aboard that rocket. So I suggest that you up there without a pirate fleet do not hold back.
Sorry, I was interrupted by a magical text message, which made me break character, but, if anyone even cares about anything I have to say, you know, maybe I'll be stuck in this winter form and not powerful at all, which would be very unhelpful to all of us.
Elanor, all the times you've helped us, 50% of those have been winter form.
Oh shit, that's
Listen,
actually
I
true.
think you're gonna like what I'm going to say right now, so shush.
Okay.
I think we should bring my mother.
Huh?
There we go. My father knows way too much about the Navy that he should not come up to space with us, and we don't really need that much of intelligence. We need more power. Just straight up power, and that is what my mother has. And also, if I'm in winter form, I can't really do a lot of, you know, fun, explosive stuff, but my mother can.
I can also do explosive stuff, my king! Speaks up Genghis McDaniel.
Genghis McDingus, your help is needed here.
I can cast Fireball 3 times. 3!
I believe you, my loyal servant.
Genghis is a pick me! Oh no!
But if I can bring something to the table, this all started when one guy believed in us enough to bring down the entire world order, and we kind of blew up a building instead. My guy Azalin! Woo!
What are you introducing him like this is a fucking...
Oh,
I agree,
no,
though.
corner wing and a
I agree.
225
I-
pounds of
Hudson, we've
fist
talked
of
about
the
this. I'm
fire
not going
prince.
to put on the wrestling outfit.
The fist of the ferret friends, the
but Azalin, would it-
electric, eccentric.
No. The other night when I was walking by your room, Azalin, you had your shirt off and the wrestling belt around your waist. I thought you liked the outfit.
Oh!
I don't know if I'm ever... I need to practice just in case my armor's taken away from me, Captain.
Oh, please! If you're the model for us in time,
I
we love
walk,
that.
like
I think.
nose to nose to Azalin, and I'm like, Azalin, I have one question for you. Are you ready to rumble?
I can't. Wait.
Listen. Ferret Friends, working title. I've always... You've been more than a rumble. You all have been an earthquake to the foundations of this world. So yes, heads and heels, if you will have me, I am ready to rumble!
Let's
fucking go!
So Azalin's coming.
And
So, I mean, does that mean we're bringing him?
Well, if we've got 3 points if your
Oh
if your
fuck! I
mom counts
miscounted
is,
the math.
no, it's fine. If your mom counts is 2, Elanor, then we still
Okay.
have 1 point left over, so we can take your mom and Azalin.
If
Not-
you'll
Am I
have it.
getting that math right? I don't know.
Not Jingus McDingus.
Well, I mean,
I
Jingus,
will say, if I'm in
I-
summer form, I can do Fireball 4 times, and my mother, oh, I bet she can do it many, many times. Sorry, Jingus.
This discussion, I say, will continue among the players until our
Fair.
next session.
Yeah, exactly.
So, we'll just say, other than picking the crew members, there is one thing that happens. Hector Briggs steps up to Hedson during all this chaos and says, Hedson,
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
hey, not to interrupt, but I think you need to know. We found Charlotte. And we're keeping her safe.
Oh!
He's saying this
Oh!
he's saying this just to Hedson.
Oh.
Oh!
Look,
That's-
yeah, Elanor had a really good point about how it almost sounded rehearsed, like someone was feeding lines to her, but she told me that it was a great danger to leave someone that they know is precious to you alone like that. So we've made sure that her and her father are safe. So it'll all be okay.
Thank you, Hector.
Of course. And with that, you all choose your people, and the last sight that we see of this session, on an uncharted island, mixture of both nature and technology. In the center, there is a giant spacecraft made of whirring light blue Magitech, in parts sealed up by bits of wood and stone, as if druid crafted there by Beatrice Etherhorn herself, who stands at the foot of the rocket. She looks up at it, knowing that she will not be able to accompany all of you. And she holds her hands together, an unusually pleading gesture for her. Wisps of red magic just flicker very briefly around her fingers as the rocket starts to take off. Diya, you feel a pull in your chest as you, in your seat, feel the Afriti's core inside of you being used as a tangential fuel for the engine of this thing, as the ferret friends, all of you and the companions you have chosen, rocket upwards into the stars as your adventure in Gran Insulae comes to an end. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Sheesh!
Woo! That was a doozy.
That was a
Fucking
doozy.
A, that was just as wacky as you alluded to at the top. Holy shit. And you know what? You probably had what you did planned before I told you what I told you, but it's very funny that happened.
You know, what you
that's
told me
very
just
funny.
reinforced that I should do it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
Wow, what a session. So next time, this is good job, Addie. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Next time, this is officially a space campaign. They will be in space for
For
the remaining 10 sessions, and then hopefully the OGL stuff changes. Otherwise, I don't care. We'll learn new systems. We'll make new
Baby.
characters. We'll potentially do some other fun stuff.
Campaign 2.
Foxy
Campaign 2.
Grandpa!
Campaign 2.
Hashtag open D&D, because Cypher and
Hashtag
Blades in the Dark also seem very cool.
Open
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
D&D.
I have been Julian or JuliCiel, your GM for the night. Thank you all so much for sticking by. Thank you all so much for tuning in, however long it was, however much. This has always been a gift to these 4 lovely people in front of me, which is why I'm trucking ahead with it, why we do these moments that we do. So yeah, if you like what we do, give us a follow, tune in for next time. And I am truly so excited to see how they react to what's in store. And we'll just leave it at that. No promos from me tonight.
God. We're gonna have to fight aliens. Alien hunting.
Addie, where can the good people find you?
Hello. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Addie Bree, on TikTok at Addie Bay Hayes. You can also find me at my website at www.addiebrehayes.com. You can inquire for any voiceover work there, or if you want me to be on your D&D stuff, that's cool too. But yeah, please also check out the wonderful, beautiful audio series directed and produced by Julian, but also other people as well, called The Realm Tree. I'm one of the characters in it, Sunshine Von Brass, but it has amazing other actors in it, and of course, it's written by Julian, and we already know that Julian's storytelling
Myself and Jamar, yes.
I just said in other people too!
I want to mention Jamar by name.
Oh yeah, by name. Jamar, I love you. Jamar, I love you. But as you already know, Julian's great at storytelling, so, he has a little piece, his little hand in that project, triple threat in it. So definitely check it out on Spotify or whatever place you listen to your podcasts. But we've got our wonderful neighborhood photographer. Oh, Matthew, what is up?
Hey, yo, it's me, your friendly neighborhood photographer, checking in with you, coming at you after one hell of a session. Ladies and gentlemen, that is why I love PT fucking RPG. Ladies, that was just... Yes, love this game, love these people. This is the reason I play the game. Anyway, yeah, socials, check me out, Matthew Eberle Photography, Insta, website, all that jazz. Gonna keep it short and sweet. Throwing it down to Malik, who, again, I'm gonna plug those 2 fucking fantastic songs that are just,
oh my god,
spicy.
Thank
Love
you so
the
much.
Snapdragon.
Yes, just like he alluded at the top, and now my name is Malik. You can follow me at the Maliki Cauldron on Instagram, and you can also go and check out Astral Emissary, which is the name of my band, on SoundCloud. I did, in fact, spend some time with the other half of said music duo, and we made some sweet music to songs, a single and a B-side, I think I'll call them, Snapdragon and Verona, and I am obsessed with them. I alone have listened to them probably around 100 times each. It makes me so happy to be able to make music in general, and with my dear friend Rachel, who together we are Astral Emissary. So if you would like to listen to some cool, ethereal, moody, ambient R&B, indie, acoustic, it's just some good fucking food, if I do say so myself. You can go check that out and look out for future music on the Instagram. We might make a separate Instagram for the duo at some point, maybe. But if you like music, you should listen to it, and everybody likes music, so listen to it. Speaking of listening, I think you should all listen to what our dear friend Michael has to say about what's going on in his neck of the woods.
Good segue. I know what I'm listening to tonight, and that's Malik's new singles. But, I haven't listened to them yet, and I'm listening to them tonight. So, I'm Michael. You might recognize me from the show that you just listened to right now. I'm a fighting game tournament organizer, commentator, and content creator. You can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/SteamGorilla, and you could follow me nowhere else. Back to
He's
Julian.
off the grid.
I'm gridless.
Incredible. Thank you all so much. Truly such a pleasure playing with these folks. I love giving people choices in TTRPG, so I wanted to give them something that would rack their brains for a little while, and I'm very happy for that. Let's keep D&D open. Let's keep a big stink about it until that is confirmed. let's also open our minds to other incredible indie TTRPGs. And either way, we will catch you next time because there's much more story to tell. And this time in space!